In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to change out your gear oil in your 2010 to 2024 Toyota 4Runner. We're going to do the front diff, the transfer case in the middle, and then the rear diff, which is probably going to be the dirtiest since these cars 90% of the time will run in rear wheel drive. Just need some 75 W90 just off Amazon. These are the squeeze bottles, so you don't have to have a little funnel, but if you do need a little funnel, there's that setup too, where you pump it in. And then you'll need some gaskets. I'll leave a link below. These are about $5-6 off Amazon. They include 12, so more than you need. You need around 7 for all the crush washers. Let's get started. All right, we'll go into the car. I have to remove that front skid plate and see the, remove that guy. So now we're into the vehicle. This is your oil. We do your oil change, your oil pan. We'll remove the plate around here. 12mm bolts. You don't remove your front one, that's where your oil filter is, so do your middle one right here. This is the middle skid plate off. There's little 4 bolts right there. And now we have access to the front diff, which is right there.
Why you put a picture there?
And then there's the drain holes right there.
Why you put a picture there?
So they can see it. So there's one drain hole right there. And we'll get in with the 10mm breaker bar. One of these guys. Behind your front tires. Here's your front diff. Here's your drain. And here's your fill. Crack your fill first to let air in, and make sure you'll be able to fill it up in case this is stripped. Alright, so this is the fill plug. Make sure you get that washer. This is the drain, a lot of metal filings. Place this with the copper washer. These are the washers that come in the kit. I'll put a link on Amazon. They're $5 to $6. So this is from the front diff. Once these are all clean, and the orientation of these crush washers, it's a good habit to put the flat side against the bolt and this kind of raised side towards the side you're trying to conform to. So clean those off, all the metal shavings, and we'll go under. The front diff takes about 1.5 quarts of that, but basically when it starts spilling out, you can plug it up when the drip slows down. Once it's done dripping, put the bolt back, and we'll do 48 foot-pounds of torque on the drain plug of the front. And once it starts dripping slowly, I'm gonna tighten that one up to 29 foot-pounds. Go to the rear diff. Sprayed it off a little bit with WD-40. A little rusty and grimy, so we'll clean it off. And it uses a 24mm socket. Now it's all clean, broke that free. And broke this free as well. And we'll get our drain, put it underneath. Here's the drain plug for the rear diff. Quite a little bit of metal. And this is the fill plug. We'll place the crush washers with the new one. Remember the flat slide towards the bolt. We'll clean that all dripping like that. We'll put on our drain bolt and tighten it down to 38 foot-pounds. Remember the drain is the magnet right there on top. Next we'll do the transfer case. Big bolt right there. 24mm, and the drain 24mm. Here's a breaker bar. And should require less than 2 quarts. Right. The drain and the fill look identical. This is the drain on the left. This is the fill on the right. And these are different washers. These are the flat ones right here. You can kind of see where they crush. And we'll replace